Hello everybody and welcome to Mastering IELTS Writing Task 1 for the academic module. Now many of you will have watched my video course on Mastering IELTS Writing Task 2. This is a companion piece to that video which is focusing on IELTS Writing Task 1 in a rather similar format. For those who don't know who I am, my name is Matt and I run a website called The IELTS Teacher, which is a website which has been exclusively designed to help students to prepare for the IELTS exam via Skype lessons and screen sharing. I've been running this website since 2013 and I've been teaching English since 2008. So I have a lot of experience with IELTS in particular, having been given over 1,000 one-to-one IELTS lessons online since starting the website. Okay, so let's have a look at what this course is all about. First of all, who is this course for? Well, if you're aiming to achieve Band 7 or above in IELTS writing, this course is for you, particularly, of course, if you're struggling with Task 1. If you're aiming to achieve a Band 6 or a 6.5, there will be plenty of material in this course which will also be relevant for you, but you may find challenging at times. The course is structured into 7 sections, which are designed to address each band descriptor category requirement, or in other words, what the examiners are looking for, and to help give you the confidence to produce a high quality response to any Task 1 question. The course works because it addresses the most common difficulties encountered when responding to Task 1 questions, and I know about these because I deal with them on a day-to-day basis in my Skype lessons. The course also offers a number of clear strategies for tackling this task and addresses, as mentioned, each band descriptor requirement individually. As mentioned, the course is divided into 7 sections. The first section is the introduction, which goes through an overview of the course, as you were looking at now, looks at how IELTS is structured and how Task 1 in particular is structured, and then looks at the band descriptors for Task 1. Now, if you've taken my Task 2 course, you may want to skip over the videos for how IELTS is structured and perhaps this video as well, as it's quite similar to the Task 2 course. We next move into the approach section, where we learn about how to approach Task 1 before we even begin writing the response. We need to acknowledge the different question types. We need to acknowledge how to plan our response and how to time our response effectively. And we will also look at a model answer to see what a good response looks like and why it is a good response. We then consider the band descriptors and begin by looking at what's called task achievement. That will become clear later on, but that's basically about the general answer and how well we are responding to the task requirements, how well we're identifying trends, selecting data, covering the task requirements, and finding accuracy in our writing. As mentioned, this is one of the key band descriptors. Another of the key band descriptor categories is coherence and cohesion, which we look at in section 4. How to write an introduction, how to write an overview cohesively, how to write the detail paragraphs, how to use cohesive devices, referencing, staging language. Okay, so that's what we'll look at in section 4. In section 5, we look at lexical resource, or in other words, vocabulary. Vocabulary for graphs, vocabulary for maps, vocabulary for processes. In section 6, we look at grammatical range and accuracy, another of the band descriptors, focusing on common grammatical mistakes when looking at graphs, focusing on complex sentences and how to join ideas together using grammar, and focusing on how to use punctuation effectively when describing data. The final and 7th section is the conclusion section, where we wrap up what we've learnt. We have a look at a full demonstration of how to write a Task 1 response. We look at some secrets to success, some of my top tips, and go through a few bits of information about how to best prepare on the night of your exam. One thing that I do offer as part of the service for the IELTSteacher.com is writing corrections. Writing corrections are an opportunity for you to write a response to task 1 or task 2 questions, to send them to a tutor, and to have your writing corrected to a comprehensive degree so that you can understand what you're doing right and what you're doing wrong, and how to fix what you're doing wrong. At the end of this course, there'll be a discount code to get 10% off these corrections, which, as mentioned, you can purchase on my website. Now, how should you approach this course? I recommend that you complete this course within 4 weeks. Of course, if you have responsibilities, take your time and prioritize. To make the most of this course, you should bring a hard-working attitude to every lecture. You should continue to practice alone. Answer task 1 questions frequently to allow yourself to get comfortable with this format of questioning. Try to read at least 2 articles or book chapters in English every day. Of course, if you can read materials which have some element of graphs or data representation to them, that's even better. If possible, find an IELTS writing tutor to check your work. Of course, this is something that I do offer on my website, the IELTSteacher.com, but there are lots of other teachers out there as well who would be willing to check your work, whether locally or online. Try to enjoy the writing process. This is important as well. Looking forward to getting started, and I'll see you in the next lecture.